What's going on, guys? It's your boy the Cash Critic and welcome back to another Hypercharge Unboxed video. So thanks so much for tuning in. We have the review of 2023 right here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button down below, share it with a friend. Let's just jump right into it and see what exactly my thoughts and opinions are on this game so far. So what is Hypercharge Unboxed? Hypercharge Unboxed is a small indie game inspired by the movie Small Soldiers. It does look like a Toy Story kind of playfield, but it's a mix of Call of Duty with a fast-paced and Fortnite mechanics, to say the least. It is a first-person and third-person shooter, and it's also available on PC and on Nintendo Switch for just $20. Now, if you do have PC and you do have Steam, it is available on there, usually typically on sale, as I got my copy for just $16. And be sure to be on the lookout because those sales are most likely going to come since this game is going to be dropping on Xbox very soon. You can sign up right now as well to get the latest news regarding those kind of updates by going to my description down below and hitting that link to support the creators as well. Like I said, it's a small indie game. It's a group of 5 people that are individuals that have been working on this for quite some time, actually since 2017, and have been putting a lot of effort, and it shows in the gameplay, as you can see right in front of you as well. Now, let's dive into the other territories. Okay, now we have the official screen for the menu for Hypercharge Unboxed, as you can see, and you are pretty much in the shoes of an action figure. As you can tell, we are literally short-size miniature in a life-size kitchen. Now, the menu itself is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. You can go ahead and select play. You have your single player and your online option, which we'll go through in just a moment. You have your split screen. Yes, definitely throwing it back to early 2000s where you used to sit on the bed, sit on the couch with a bunch of your friends, get that split screen going. And the fact that they implemented it into this game specifically, which of course it can absolutely handle, is phenomenal. And additionally, now we have the customized screen, which this is one of my favorite screens, of course, and one of the screens that almost every single one of you will be diving deep into. So the type is a type of action figure that you're going to actually go ahead and be able to select. There's 8 in total as of right now until there's more updates. And then once you select your character, you can choose the head from all these unlockable options. You can additionally choose the type of skin, as you can see here. Now, just a quick one, if we change it to this one, which I unlocked, you will see the action figure himself change the actual skin too. Now, I kind of want to go back to my apprentice look because this guy kind of reminds me of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Now, with the weapons, now these aren't actual weapons where you are updating, like it's not necessarily like a loadout class that you're coming in with. However, this is the skin for your weapon. So I would like for them to actually change that just to say like weapon skin rather than the weapon, because these weapons all ultimately are the same. It's just the actual skin you see change itself for the weapon. Packaging, as you can tell, this is the packaging for the actual box itself. Now, these packages do differentiate between the characters, so there's some characters with 8 of them. This one only has 2, unfortunately. Buildables. These are your buildables where you can customize, which is actually implemented in single player. There's a ton that you can actually go ahead and get, which you unlock through the single player as well. So you can keep unlocking these. You can switch out your buildables. That way it helps you throughout the story mode or the waves, and then obviously benefit you to go ahead and get these switched out every now and then too. Now you have the ability to change your actual name itself. As you can see on the top of my screen, you can see the swift arrow. Now, unfortunately, I can't go ahead and just type in my own name. You can generate a random one, or you can keep shuffling between these to actually have a cool name generated. And you do have an avatar as well, which you can go ahead and customize yourself. And however, once you click it, you can change the colors and you can change the images as well to whatever you want it to be. However, you cannot upload your own kind of avatar, which would have been a nice detail touch as well. So that's the customized option. Now, dioramas, this is pretty much where you kind of see your achievements and how you've been doing with the game itself, which is great. Now, if I go ahead, obviously you see here I'm in the player screen. Now I can go ahead and select the swift arrow, which actually shows my overall duration of when I was playing the game and all the things I have done, right? Shows the total times destroyed, overall enemies destroyed, etc. Now you also have secrets and collectibles as well that are in this box. You can kind of shake it around and stuff will move, which is pretty cool detail. And it'll have all that information here. Now you also have weapons and attachments, so this will actually show all the weapons that you've used and how many times you use them to kill, and then also the attachments that you've actually placed on your guns as well, and it shows you how many times you used it too. Now you also have your awards and medals here as well, which is a nice little detail too. And then you also unlock stickers too that actually get placed into this little notepad, which is nice to see. So a nice little cool little touch for achievements. And then from here, I have not unlocked this. However, you can see my character on a jetpack. So this is most likely a different kind of unlockable that I can get from the game modes themselves that they have to offer. Now we have the enemies, ton of enemies that you can go through. These are all the enemies that I've actually destroyed, right? You can see here there's only 3 enemies that I have yet to actually destroy, and then they'll pop up here where we can go ahead and select them and take a view and see exactly what they look like too. Now the items as well, these are pretty much the items that we do actually have unlocked that we have used before. Now the maps, it shows you all of the maps here in a globe, in a kind of like a globe, so you can see exactly how everything is placed. And then additionally, just so everyone knows, it is 14 maps, how it reiterated earlier in the video too. Now you have your buildables, right? These are the ones that we're going to be switching out, and then back to your last option, which is your own player. And now the cool fun fact here is that the enemies themselves or the action figures that you destroy actually gets piled up here. Not necessarily sure exactly how it works or how accurate it is, because of course I've killed already so many more different kind of action figures, and for some reason a lot of them are not piling up here. Now for the options, we have your standard options here for gameplay, controls, audio, display, performance. I'm on a PC, so you can see we have different options here for my PC itself. Now split screen options as well, so this is actually really useful, especially if you have a lot of people playing with you. And this is your standard options criteria. And for extras, so you have your credits, you have your cloud to save, you have your achievements as well, and then additionally you also have the party game, and yes, you have cheats. Now the cheats here, I don't have any, of course, as you can tell on my screen. However, you do have the capability of inputting cheats and actually going ahead and playing with them as well. So when we go ahead and hit single player, you hit adventure. There's a tutorial that you can actually do as well. And you can do versus, which is ultimately for bots, right? Because you're single player, not actually playing online. So if you go to adventure, you can do waves and free roam. Free roam is absolutely awesome to go ahead and just go through the map itself, the course, and try to figure out best routes, try to figure out what the next spot that you want to be in when you actually are in the waves gameplay mode, so that way that can benefit you and help you out in the long run too. So waves, you have all the options here for casual, regular, and expert. Now if you do select any of those options, you can view the maps that you have as well, check them off. You can edit the rules that you want as well, and then you can just go ahead and start game and just jump right into things, which is awesome. Now for online specifically, this is where it gets much more fun, right? This is where we play most of our time. However, for the online gameplay, you can go ahead and join a friend. They can generate an actual code and you can play with them. You can host your own online session, which is cooperative or versus, right? So you have the waves gameplay mode here, and then you also have the versus, and these are the 3 main modes right here for versus: deathmatch, team deathmatch, and infections. Now if we select any of these options, let's say team deathmatch, we have the same options here to go ahead and check off the maps that we actually do have to us, available to us and unlocked. You can edit the rules, right? It goes a lot more in depth. You can put, bots, or you can put no bots, which is obviously something that is going to be a preference of choice. And then you can go ahead and start the game lobby, and it'll put you in the actual lobby itself, as you can see on my screen, in a giant pool, since we are, of course, in actual action figure. Now you can of course find a game, you can do matchmaking, which is going to put you in automatically, or you can find a server, which is cooperative or versus, and then you can select the option that you want, and it will show you all the servers that are currently open, and you can just join one immediately as well, which is a nice touch too. So those are the options there regarding single player and online cooperative play, just so that way you guys have a gist of what's to come during this game too. Now, for our graphics and visual presentation, I think the graphics here, the animations are absolutely phenomenal. I think it looks great. Honestly, this is my time to let you guys just watch gameplay, listen to the sounds of the actual guns, the atmosphere, and look at the presentation of the actual worlds themselves, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm going to let you guys just take a look into the gameplay and have a good time during this segment as well. And now, this is specifically for my PC players that actually have the game and acquired it through Steam. I included the previous 4 months and the last 30 days, just that way you can get an idea of where the current players stand at this point in the time. Now, we have the last 30 days with an average amount of 57 players, and the peak amount of players being at 330. So as you can see, it's not that many. Very few players are currently playing the game. However, with us being able to go ahead and shine as much light as possible towards this game is really going to help the content creators obviously push this game even more into further boundaries, and then also just get a wider audience so that way they can enjoy the game, because this game is truly beautiful and phenomenal. So just some insight regarding the player base right now. Now lastly are my pros and my cons. So my pros, the game is extremely fun to play. The smooth, fast-paced animations really are breathtaking. The wide variety of customization really continues to make you want to play and fight for those actual achievements and unlock those rewards as well. The controls are super easy to pick up. I picked up the controls in probably 15 to 20 minutes, no less than that, because realistically, it's very simple and it's just easy to jump right into, which is exactly what you want. Now the cons, it is hard to fill a game with such few players as we just saw in the Steam charts just before this segment, which is unfortunate. However, also, it is not crossplay at this time, so I can't play anyone that currently has a Nintendo Switch. Hopefully this does change when it does release on Xbox. And then lastly, there's no rewards when you're playing Team Deathmatch at all, which is very unfortunate because that's mostly what I am playing. And I expect other players to be playing that for the most part as well. Now, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Don't let this score discourage you whatsoever to play, because this game is an absolute blast to play. So it's your boy, the Cash Critic. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Be sure to drop a comment down below. Peace.